spine and proportion reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush, then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury your life. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Dolphins are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Bills, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with. With that, let's head on down to Miami, where we'll hand it over to the two men calling our game. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's caught, Cameron left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Kenyon Drake was an interesting evaluation coming out of school because you saw all the talents. You saw the run right there, and there's a big reason why you want him to have the ball in his hands. You knew he could catch it out of the backfield. He was big time in the return game. His only question mark, durability. Injuries throughout his college career.
Well, he's healthy right now and productive on that run. Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Corey Graham has everything you're looking for in a safety. The ability to come up and tackle as well as play the deep zones.
On second down, here's Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenny Stills, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Let's go!
On second down, here's Taylor, and there's a flag on the play. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at the quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little... further down inside the 40. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. Second and 7. Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And just like that, it's third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, And then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. Then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
30 yards on the pickup there. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Penalty marker is down here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Again, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jordan Cameron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guy trying to block him. and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Taylor. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little wrap yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're running. Langford. And some room to run now. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A good-looking run there by Jeremy Langford.
And what I've always liked about him has been not just his versatility, but his perseverance. I think he's one of those backs that gets better as the game goes on and he gets increased carries. Does have some good toughness running inside. I remember when he was at Michigan State, at one point I did a game of his. He was listed as 3rd-team left corner. Played cornerback, receiver, and running back for the Spartans.
Won a couple of Big Ten titles there as well. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Here we go. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now Taylor looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Langford. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now 3rd down, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And his kick is good. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know, when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
They give them 15 more, and it's another first down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A good job there on the carry by Kenyon Drake. What do you think his real strengths are?
I think ultimately it's his versatility, his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, his ability to be a big factor in the return game. The poor people of Clemson will remember that from a national championship game he played in. And then he can actually run.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because their first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. They go screenplay to Langford. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2, because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties, because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. the corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage. So now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Tannehill, and over the middle, this is Parker. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In the red zone this time. On 1st down, Tannehill to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again is Tannehill. He's got Lewis. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Out left side here to Bryant. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's complete to the tight end, Greg. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it. Weren't daunted at all. and picked it up.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play. He was able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 15 that time. And it'll give the Bills a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards on the ground. Fresh set of downs here. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Marshawn Coppridge, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Now Franks for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On third down, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Taylor. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Miami first down. They come out here in the eye. Slot man moves right. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Tannehill on first down. And they're into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The lone set back is Langford. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. This is caught. The tight end, Jim Dre. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Taylor and Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, Jeremy Langford. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first and 10, it's Taylor looking deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Now Carpenter to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Dolphins going on 4th. It's Tannehill. And he finds Stills complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 13 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff as they run left side. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Marshawn Coppridge with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Franks to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Let's go.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now it's Taylor. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 35 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And they're going to speed things up here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now receiver in motion left. And they'll run it here. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Marshawn Coppridge with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now they're in the hurry-up. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Taylor. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Taylor. He hits Greg, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they manage to...
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a little 360. The Bills getting set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the rookie Xavier Howard. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And quickly, they get to the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting him on.
Just ran right through the trash.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And this is one of those, Charles, as broadcasters, we dread a little bit. We had to go deep into the stat sheets and notebooks to find stuff to talk about.
I hope you didn't notice, but I was stealing your notes as the game went along. I was like, Brandon was ready to go. Plenty of information. I started stealing from page 15 and 16 before you even looked down.
So for Miami, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.